Alrighty.
All right, I'd like to go ahead and open up the Warrenton Board of Alderman meeting for Tuesday, March 5th, 2024. And if everyone would please rise and say the Pledge of Allegiance with us. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, we have a letter of appreciation.
Good evening.
Chief.
So during the last ice event that we had on 70 that shut down all the traffic and stalled out everybody was stuck, there was also an ambulance stuck. The ambulance was coming from Montgomery County to Lake St. Louis and had a 39-week pregnant woman in it. She was in labor. The paramedics on that ambulance got a hold of our dispatch, advised them of the situation, at which time Corporal Ogg took it upon himself to transport the paramedic and the patient in one of our SUVs down to the hospital where she successfully gave birth in the labor room instead of out on the highway. As a thanks, we got a letter from one of the paramedics who said he just wanted to say thanks to Corporal Ogg for helping us out that day. It was a unique situation, and we found a unique solution. This is a lot about him and your organization, that you're all quick to help an agency that you don't normally interact with, all in the best interest of the patient. So, because of Corporal Ogg's actions that day, we're issuing him a certificate of appreciation. Oh, come on.
Ready? Thanks, guys.
Thank you, sir. Good job, Corporal Ogg.
It's been a great story to have as you grow up on it.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Moving on here. Introduction of new employees.
Again, that's me. I've got Diane Boggs, part-time records clerk, who started on March 4th.
Welcome, Diane.
Welcome, Diane.
And Crystal Hollingsworth, the newest police officer, who also started on March 4th.
Welcome, Crystal.
Welcome, Crystal. All right, consent agenda.
We have the regular meeting minutes from February 20th, 2024.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
So moved. Second.
Motion by Alderman Schultz, second by Alderman Miller. Roll call vote.
Alderman Miller?
Yes.
Alderman Schultz?
Yes.
Alderman Crump?
Yes.
Alderman Corder is absent. Alderman Cullum?
Yes.
Alderman Romaker?
Yes.
Passes 5-0 with one absent. Or, yeah,
Oh, no, you're right. Sorry.
one absent. All right. Public comments. If anyone would like to come up and speak, we'll grant you 5 minutes. Please state your name and good evening.
Is this on? Okay.
Yes, it is.
My name is John Perry, and I came here last meeting. I got the information that Kevin Harrison tried to hide from me. Now he's trying to extort $85.50 from me. So tomorrow morning in the front of City Hall, I'm going to pay the $85.50 to whoever need be. I made sure I took a $100 bill and went to the east side and got some single $1 bills that I can't wait to them to put their fucking hands on. And I'm going to sit outside and I'm going to beg for that money back, and I'm going to do it until the police violate my rights or I get the $85.50. They commit crimes and we get fined because we try to find out. We have wonderful people that actually rescue babies and drive them. We have people that are supposed to have medical knowledge and let James Haberstick die in jail for COPD. So it's a good story and it's a bad story. But I tell you what, until Kevin Harrison and this $85 I have to pay you ain't taking that from a disabled combat vet. I'll sit right out front and have you guys go hands-on and sue this shit out of this county. It's legal to beg for money. It's not illegal. Have a wonderful day.
All right, moving on. Anybody else? Please come on up.
Good evening. I'm Jim Sharp. I'm the Emergency Management Director for the county. I just wanted to make my rounds and say thank you to everybody who helped out during that storm on the 16th into the morning of the 17th. I knew about the officer driving the patient to the hospital. I didn't know it was Corporal Ogg, but it doesn't surprise me. My dealings with him, he's always professional. He's always compassionate. I get why he does what he does. I don't know who got woken up after I woke your mayor up at 1:45 on Friday night. I know it was you, Randy. I don't know if it was anybody else. There's not a lot of people who do what I do that get that kind of response when you wake up a mayor at midnight and say, hey, I need, and get an automatic yes. Just my tip on a very small sample. If you want your mayor to say yes to something, just wake him up at 1:45. It seems to work really well. But I mean, everybody, the police department, your road and bridge folks, I mean, everybody was out that night doing their level best. And again, there's not a lot of people who do what I do who get that level of cooperation, no questions asked, and I'm really grateful. So thank you all very much.
And thank you. And thank you for what you do out there. Appreciate it. Looks like that's it for public comments. Board of Alderman comments.
I'm sorry I missed the last meeting. I was in Japan, and I would rather have been here.
I was expecting a gift though, Roger.
Yeah.
I got chopsticks for you.
Oh, there we go. There we go. All right.
Sprung for chopsticks.
Anybody else? Any comments? All right. I just want to wish the high school boys basketball team good luck tonight. They're going for the district championship, so that starts at 7 o'clock, so I hope they can pull this off. So they upset a 2 and a 3 seed already, and they're going against the 1 seed now, so good luck to them. All right, next up, Randy Walters, City Administrator.
Good evening. I do not have any operational updates for you tonight.
Nothing. All right. Oh, she just got back from vacation, that's why. That's why. She's still trying to catch up. Gotcha. All right, Randy, but welcome back. Glad you had a great vacation. Up next, City Clerk, Emily Roop.
So we had a request from the developer at the last meeting. You remember it was Park Hills and Meadows of Walnut Hollow. This is the actual streets for Meadows of Walnut Hollow, Plat 4A and 4B. And they've all been checked out and everything is good. So here's the formal bill to accept those streets.
But just refresh my memory, Melody. Where's the Meadows at Walnut Hollow?
It's down on Highway AA. We have Meadows of Walnut Hollow.
Okay.
This is the very back section of it.
Okay. Thank you.
I thought we had accepted most of those streets. I guess this is the new portion.
We did the front section. This is just what's in the very back.
Right back at that.
Yeah, the newer ones that are, yeah.
All right, I'll entertain a motion for the first reading of bill number 16-24.
So moved.
Second.
First by Alderman Schultz. 1 second. Alderman Roadmaker for second.
An ordinance accepting land as road and utility easements which are known as Walnut Creek Lane, Walnut Valley Lane, Walnut Woods Court, Walnut Grove Lane, Walnut Hollow Drive, Walnut Valley Lane, Walnut Park Drive East, Walnut Park Court, and West Walnut Park Court, including all cul-de-sacs and roundings as shown in the plat in the Meadows at Walnut Hollow Plat 4A and the Meadows at Walnut Hollow Plat 4B by the City of Wharton.
All right, I'll entertain a motion for the second reading of bill number 16-24.
So moved.
Second. Motion made by Alderman Cullum. Seconded by Alderman Miller.
An ordinance accepting land as road and utility easements which are known as Walnut Creek Lane, Walnut Valley Lane, Walnut Woods Court, Walnut Grove Lane, Walnut Hollow Drive, Walnut Valley Lane, Walnut Park Drive East, Walnut Park Court, and West Walnut Park Court, including all cul-de-sacs and roundings, and shown in the Meadows at Walnut Hollow Plat 4A and the Meadows at Walnut Hollow Plat 4B by the City of Warrenton.
Roll call vote?
Alderman Schultz,
Yes.
Alderman Crump,
Yes.
Alderman Cullum,
Yes.
Alderman Romaker,
Yes.
Alderman Miller.
Yes.
Bill passes 5-0 with one absent. Next up is our finance officer. Megan, was it Wilder? Welder?
Welder.
Welder. There we go. All right. Sorry, Megan.
That's okay. Good evening. You have the January financials. To start off with the revenue, our sales tax came in over budget, about $17,000 for the month, but it's still really too early to tell for any trends. The property taxes came in over budget as well, about $9,300 for the month, but there's really no reason to believe we will not come in at budget by year end. Next, the water sewer. We were under budget by almost $13,000, and that was mainly due to the industrial sewer, which is pretty variable month to month. Again, still too early to tell any trends. For expenses, special events expenses came in over budget, but it's basically a timing issue, and that was because of the fall festival and the arcade stuff that we had to reserve in advance, and then the daddy-daughter events that happened in February, some of those expenses were in January. Finance came in under budget around $6,000, and that was mainly due to timing on collection collection and assessment fees. This will catch up in February. Police is over budget by $6,000 due to an officer payout and comp time payouts. Grounds and maintenance is under budget about $13,000 due to timing on seasonal work positions as well as chemical seed purchase timing. Lastly, the water is under budget on expenses pretty much across several accounts, and still too early to tell if there is a pickup yet. Any questions?
I have a question unrelated.
Okay.
I got a call today from a voter who asked what the dispensary tax is earmarked for in Warrenton, and I couldn't answer it. Can you tell me?
We can't disclose that.
Can't disclose it.
No, because it's only one business, and then you're giving their sales amounts, and that's illegal.
Okay. Okay. It was just a question. Somebody called me and asked.
Sure.
Any other questions about finance report?
No.
Nope. All right. We will move on to Audits Director, Lisa Kramer.
Good evening. I have in front of you is the aquatic report for the month of February. Some highlights from that report are that we had 2,899 people come through the doors in the month of February. This is 433 people up from this time last year. We sold 21 new memberships and renewed 5, and registered 28 people for our insurance memberships, which is the Silver Sneakers and Renew Active. This is 17 more memberships than last year. The next session of swim lessons start April 1st, and registration for that opens on Monday, March 15th. We were sold out for our Splash and Pajama Party last Saturday, and a few upcoming events are tomorrow is our March Tadpole Tales. We'll be celebrating St. Patrick's Day with a story and swim time and an art project. And then March 23rd is the Extravaganza Carnival for Easter. That'll be in the aquatic parking lot, weather permitting. It is a free event from 10 to 11:30, and hopefully everybody will come out and enjoy that activity. Any questions?
I just want to know when we're going to dye the pool green for St. Patty's Day.
No.
Been voted down already.
Right.
They put that down.
Thank you, Lisa.
Anyway, you just.
Yeah.
All right, next up, Grounds and Maintenance Director, Justin Knoll.
Good evening, Board. You have our report for February. And just kind of preparations for spring events and stuff as we get into the season, and spending quite a bit of time at the sports complex in preparation for the 23rd. It'll be the opening of the fields, so that's only 13 work days away. Still got a lot of out there. In the meantime, we did get 8 more stumps ground from Dyer Park with the stump grinder. The thing's been really working good and chewing through those big 100-year-old tree stumps over there. Crew members completed the layout and striping of the practice fields for spring soccer, which started this week, so they'll be going from now until July, I believe. Crew members completed paint in the east side concession stand. We also added roughly 60 by 120 foot of parking lot to parking lot A using existing rock from the turf project for from their temporary road. A lot of that work was completed by the Public Works Department. So big thanks to them. We did graded the rest of the parking lots at the complex with anticipation for the upcoming grand opening. And then this last weekend, we did host a Ultimate Frisbee tournament for the first time on March 2nd. They had 30 teams out there over the weekend. Our site had 9 fields, and they had a couple other fields in town. Had a lot of good comments and stuff about the complex, and they're excited to come back next year. So that was kind of pretty much the highlights for this last month.
I had a citizen of Warrenton commented about how nice the turf fields are, and he had someone connected with the groups that use the field. They commented how nice they were, and it's going to mean more participation than we've ever had.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're expecting a big crowd this summer for sure.
Yep.
What is the status of the old pool? Where do we stand on that? The deconstruction, reconstruction?
Sure. So the old pool, of course, the building has been demolished. The pads and all the sidewalks and stuff have been removed. The site's been regraded. We'll be adding more seed and stuff to prep the site. But as far as the grant for the development of that property has been postponed at this time.
And we're waiting on some for the playground?
No, we postponed that grant in order to do the turfing out of the fields.
All right. Any other questions? All right, thank you, Justin. Next up, Public Works Director, Guy Jeevers.
Good evening. First item I have is my monthly report. We had a 10-inch water main break on Veterans Memorial, 4-inch water main break on Steinhagen. We repaired some shut-off valves. Those are from when we do disconnects or non-payment. We got to go in and fix the shut-off valve. We can't shut them off, so we had a few of them. We had 3 sewer calls, and all 3 were on private. And the water line on Boone Slick the main is in, except for the bore under the railroad. And right now they're in the process of putting in service to the new main. So that should be wrapping up pretty quick. I have not got a commitment on when they plan on boring under the railroad, but the same company is doing the sewer upgrade, and I don't know this for sure, but I think they're going to wait and try to do them both at the same time when they're here.
Have we received okay from the railroad for the project?
After we paid them.
30 grand. Paid them $30,000, they said, okay.
Yeah, that's all gone through, and so.
Okay, good.
And the next time I'm asking for approval for well controls and installation for ECC, Electric Controls Company, for well 4, that's at Ashland, well 6, that's at Powell, and well 9, that's at Warrior Avenue, for the amount not to exceed $190,000, and this is a budgeted item.
Now, what will these things do?
Yeah, what is a well controller?
So that controls the pumps, the SCADA, the electric coming in, new amps, new boxes, updating our controls to operate the pumps. At Warrior, the controls were originally set up for the booster pumps, but since we added in a new well, we got the controls there. But if the electric that's coming into the well is what they call dirty, one lead's a little bit dirtier than the other, it kicks the well out, and then the well won't run until the electric coming in gets cleaned up. And Ameren says that meets their specs. So they'll put a phase monitor on it to clean the electric coming in on that panel. Well, 4 and 6, the electric that's in there is pretty much the original controls from when they were there.
So these, how often do you have to replace these usually?
We should be good for a long time unless we get I mean, well 4, there's still stuff in there from when they probably built the well.
Gotcha.
And ECC would be a sole vendor because they do their SCADA and that all controls is done on computers, so I can shut the wells off and on, pumps off and on from the computer. And it's not to exceed, and we did it that way because we didn't know what the market was going to bring at this time.
Any other questions for Guy?
Nope.
All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the purchase of well controllers for wells number 4, 6, and 9 for an amount not to exceed $190,000.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Miller, second by Alderman Cullum. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Crump,
Yes.
Alderman Cullum,
Yes.
Alderman Romaker,
Yes.
Alderman Miller,
Yes.
Alderman Schultz.
Yes.
Passes 5-0 with one absent.
That's all I have.
Thank you, Guy.
Thank you.
All right, next up, Chief of Police, Larry Eller.
Good evening again. We've got an officer who's been accepted for training with his liaison officer training with the Department of Homeland Security. The training is funded by Homeland Security, travel is paid for. The only catch is our policy says since it's out-of-state travel, it needs board approval. So you're asking for approval for this officer to travel to New Mexico for this training.
Right. All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve the out-of-state training for SRO Alexander
Scrivener.
Scrivener, all right, in June of 2024.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
All right. Motion made by Alderman Schultz, second by Alderman Romaker. Roll call vote, please.
Alderman Cullum,
Yes.
Alderman Romaker,
Yes.
Alderman Miller,
Yes.
Alderman Schultz,
Yes.
Alderman Crump.
Yes. That's it. Thank you, Chief. All right. I'll entertain a motion to close the regular Board of Alderman meeting. All in favor, say aye. Oh, sorry. Motion made by Alderman Cullum. Who would like to second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Romaker. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're so adjourned. Thank you all. Have a great evening.